What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be telling you guys how to make a Zone Wars map, since I've been getting a lot of requests on my live stream. So what I like to do is I like to get like prefabs that kind of match the surrounding, and for this surrounding I'm going to use these like village things. I don't know what they're called, but you throw that, you get a couple of them down, just like a cool looking thing. And then once you got that, basically go to the devices and then get a basic storm controller. And then on these settings, I like to have it at start radius at like 100 or so, and then end radius at 5 or 0. Wait time could be like 10 seconds, I guess. That could be like 1.5, 10. I like to have it at 10 or 5, depends on what type of map you have. And that's that. So when you start the game, the storm should come in. Now, if you want, there's multiple options for this. Get a damage volume. Make this 2 by 2. Height will be 100. Damage type, damage over time, and then damage to like 5 or 10. I like having it at 5 a second, and then shield damage off. And then make it so that enabled on game start is disabled, and then enable when receiving from channel 1. So when you have enabled when receiving from channel 1, go somewhere far away from your map, like where people won't see it, and then make like a ramp and then some floors like that. What you need now is a damage trap and shopping cart. Put the shopping cart like that on the ramp, and then put that. Then you need a music sequencer and put that right there. Put the music sequencer to 2 beats per minute, and put the length to 6. So now every block the music sequencer travels, it'll be 30 seconds. So what I like to do is I like to see the time of my storm. So my storm is about 2 minutes long. So every 4 blocks, this is whenever the storm hits my final destination. So I like to make it a little longer, and then you need to get a trigger device. Now this will activate the last storm reading, the last storm phase. So in 1, 2, 3, 4, this will be exactly where it ends. So you want it a little later, and you want to put it to trigger when transmitted. When triggered, transmit to channel 1, and when the game starts, it should get activated. This is only if your storm radius is 5, ending at 5, so that you can get a more hectic storm type thing. But if you don't want it, if you want it to end like 0 and be an actual storm, you can go at 0 and you don't need this. So what I like to do is I like to make a box so that it like kind of resembles endgame. And then what you want to do is you want to get to the spawn pad, put that down, and you want to have it just visible during games off, and use the island start off. Now you want to make 16 boxes of these around the map. So now what you want to get is you want to get this gallery. It's the Indestructibles gallery right here. Throw that down, and I like to use these. So what you want to do is make a 4x4, but the floors need to be out of a normal material. So what you want to do is you want to get your phone out and then select it above ground, because you can't place stuff normally underground, and put it all around here. Now you have something like this. Now just put spawn pads everywhere, and on each spawn pad make the priority group primary, and use that island start off and visible during games off. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to get an explosive device, and you want to put it right in the middle. The settings are going to be player damage, put that to elimination, structure damage to 1000, and blast radius to 3. Make sure the time to detonation from start is 5. So once you're done making your map, if you want to add ballers or like any mobility, here's how you do it. So you want to get the indestructible wall, and you want to go under the map. And you want to get an indestructible floor as well. Go out one block under the where you want the baller to spawn, and you want to get a pinball bumper. Throw that down and then put it right here, right in the middle. Once you have it in the middle, do these settings. Make the knockback high, make the side bounce off, and make it disable when receiving from channel 2. Now you want to put your mobility above, so each time the game starts, this will spawn here like that. But this is a very funny music sequencer, so as soon as the game starts, the baller won't be able to respawn. When triggered, transmit to channel 2. Here are the settings you need for the Battle Royale map. So put the starting shields to whatever you want. I like to have mine on full. Make the infinite ammo and infinite resources off. Make fall damage on. Gallery deploy off. Player names and location team only. Respawn time 3 seconds. Make sure the health is on 50 or whatever you want. And do whatever building you want. It doesn't really matter, it's up to you. Make the building resource style whatever you want, but for a normal battle royale, I like to have it on save the world and then ×2. And then destroy props on building placement, no. For the UI settings, make the score display time 5 seconds and the round display time 5 seconds as well. Make the map display widget to map and make it so that spawns are 2. Make the total rounds whatever you want. I like to have mine on 10. Make the time limit none. And make the last standing on. If you're doing duos, make sure the teams is on custom so that you can make your own teams. What I like to do is I like to have my team settings in inventory. Put that over here and put all your materials, your ammo, and just extra health if you want. You don't really need to do any settings, but if you want, you can have the harvest rate different. So for randomized loot, there's 2 ways. One way is just to get the chest and add the weapons to it. And having it right in front of your spawner. This is the one way. It's kind of easy, but some people don't like it. The other way is more complex. What you have to do is you have to go under the ground and you have to make loot boxes. So you want to make something like this with a little tube going up into the box. So what you need is you need a speed boost, spawn pads, item spawners I mean, and a spawn pad. You don't need this if you're using this method. Make sure you do the settings for this, by the way. Now what I like to do is I like putting spawn pads all right here. Putting 2 speed boosts up. If you want randomized loot, this is how you would do it. Get all the ARs you want, or shotguns, whatever you want into it. And put it on here. For the settings, you want it on random. You want visible during this game off. You want the respawn, this time before respawn, 1 second, and then 5 minutes off. Bonus weapons off, and then run over pickup on. Item visibility 1x, item respawn on. Do those settings. So players can now just run easily, grab their loot, and then go up into their box. Here's how the game will look. You just run over your gun, and you have it. thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, just ask me in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe.